Well, Marty, one of the best games of the year, no doubt, and definitely a playoff type atmosphere. And it got started right from the very beginning.
Yeah, they started a bunch of their tough guys, and what was I'm asking the league about it because remember a couple of years ago when Dalton Thrower punched a guy that the league said that the guy didn't want to fight, and you got 2 games. Well, Frankie's just sitting there, and that their veteran, their captain, their new guy, just jumps Frankie and starts punching him. So the other fights I can deal with. I thought that was something that deserves certainly warrants a suspension.
Well, obviously, you always worry, Dyson with his history there with concussions and, injuries. I know I was holding my breath there. I was so glad to see him come back out on the ice.
Well, yeah, Gagne, he weighs about 280. He looks like he weighs about 250 pounds. And Dyson actually beat him about 3 or 4 years ago. And so, it was kind of the guy went after Dyson because Dyson was pushing around their leading scorer. And but that's Dyson, he's got the bad hand. He's not supposed to be fighting. He's got that's why he kept his his glove on. And he just can't help being Dyson, though, and kind of what makes him special.
Well, wins like this tonight are ones that send teams on a run. And, it felt like a playoff game the way the guys came off the bench to celebrate. Conway jumped in the air and jumped into Patterson's arms. The building was just electric tonight from the very beginning to the end. And what a performance there in the shootout. Both goalies played well.
Yeah.
Patterson on that last save, holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, Patterson, he was just a brick back there. And, we outshot him almost 2-1, but what was kind of frustrating, they had a funny bounce on they shot the puck wide and it bounced right to their leading scorer, and it was kind of a broken play in the goal. But I think one of the things is their team, they've had that team pretty much the whole year. They haven't loaned any players. They lost their guys to Toronto that they were never supposed to have, and we got we got like 10 new guys in the lineup, and these are the kind of games I think that can help your team gel and bond quicker when they're playing a veteran group of guys and they try to do some of the stuff that they did, and we respond with winning the game.
Asachuk, what a game tonight. Not once, but twice, 2 goals. But I think more impressive, those passes that he had right there on the tape to Butcher twice and then Lancaster once. I mean, he was really, really good tonight.
And he set the tone with the first hit of the night. I mean, that's what started the fight. Asachuk buried one of their guys on the forecheck, and we set up a little forecheck play. And I mean, he's really, we've been moving around a little bit. He hasn't played much left wing, but I think he likes playing with Butcher, and we're trying to make sure we got a little bit of size on every line. So one thing about Spencer, he's going to go to the net, but Ori made a great play on the one-timer goal by Spencer, and I was kind of hoping that he was going to make it the hat trick on the unofficial hat trick on the shootout, but not tonight.
Last thing about Lily's game, Michelle was texting me during the game. She was in Philadelphia, obviously an exciting game for her. How did your daughter's game end?
Yeah, they won today. So they've won their first 2 games, and I think they're hitting it's either Mission, one of the top teams they beat Shattuck this year. So yeah, big game tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in the late afternoon.
Well, I would imagine that if you had a ticket for tonight's game, you're coming back tomorrow, because I don't know how you would not want to see part 2.
Well, I got 2 guys coming in from Missouri, and I called them after the first period because the one kid, the Kelly Bent, that had a couple of fights against us and was running around. I just, after the first period, I said, hey, you guys start the car up. They were sitting there waiting to see him. So they're on their way down. So we'll put him in the lineup tomorrow night, and, give us another guy that, he's going to be on the ice. You know when he's going to be out there.
Absolutely. All right, Marty, great job tonight. Good win.
Thanks, Tommy.